Cecilia Carranza, normally I'd be asking you about sailing, and just to give you some context, or the people watching, you won the Olympic gold medal Rio 2016 4 years ago. You're campaigning again to win another medal with Santiago Lange. You're currently lying second in the Nacra European Championships here in Lake Attersee. We're waiting for the wind. But you have gone through some kind of adventure just to be here, and you even had to get up early in the morning. So I don't know much about this. I'm finding out along with all the viewers. So just tell us, what has it taken for you to get to this event?
Well, you are talking about my second adventure. That was getting a visa to stay here in Europe, but you actually have to know that I did a first adventure trying to enter Europe in these COVID times, because as an Argentinian I couldn't enter Europe because I didn't have any European passport. But then after entering, I had only 90 days because I am a tourist, and then I had to go back to Argentina. These 90 days expired the 2nd of October. So
it expires 2nd of October, so
yeah,
in a couple of days' time.
Yeah,
right.
I was supposed to go back to Argentina. And well, since it was a month that I've been trying to apply for a visa, a D visa, and it was a nightmare, but I finally got it. I've been going to the police in Italy, in Spain, here in Austria, trying to understand how to apply for this visa, and I had to justify that going back to Argentina was really a serious personal damage for me, because of COVID times that we are living now, because I didn't know if I could come back to Europe again. I had to go here in Salzburg to the police many times. Yesterday, before racing, I was in the police when I finally understood that they will let me apply for the visa. So I came here really motivated for my first sailing day. And when I came back from racing yesterday, I had an email and they were telling me that they accept my visa. So I had to go today once again, but for the last time, fortunately, to Salzburgo, to the police, and they put the visa in my passport. It's a resume about all that I had to do to make this visa, and the most important thing I think is that in all this month that I spoke with lawyers, with the embassy, with police everywhere, I always found many people that wanted to help me in this journey, that wanted to help me, to get this visa. And the other thing that I learned in this journey is that you never have to get a no as an answer. If you get a no as an answer, you don't have to believe that, because I've got a no as an answer during all the month, but I kept, me and my team kept fighting, and we got this visa. And we are really, really thankful with all the people here in Austria, because they were really supporting us, trying to help. And now I can race tranquila, I can race happy and motivated, because I can stay here in Europe doing what I want to do, that is keep training and fighting for our dream, our desire, that is, as you said, fighting for a new Olympic medal in Tokyo.
But yesterday, even if you had this distraction in the back of your mind, you still sailed really, really well yesterday. So it didn't seem like it was hurting you that much on the race course. But do you think that, putting that aside now, that you'll be able to sail even more effectively?
Of course, you always want to be full focus on what you have to do, but we have problems in life and we have to solve them. And this was a good training for me to, when I went out from the police yesterday, I started thinking about the racing, and my main goal was Cecilia, you have to race okay no matter what, and after the racing you will think again about the visa. And it's training, and I don't know, yesterday we said okay, but the championship, it's really long and we have to go day by day. we will have to see what happened today. Hopefully we get out there and do some racing, and hopefully we have a good regatta. We are really focused on trying to do a good regatta because we didn't have many chances of racing this year, so we have to really
make the most of every opportunity.
Yeah.
And so it's been very different experience through the COVID era for sailors from different countries. It seems like Sweden, the sailors have managed to do a lot of sailing. What is the situation like in Argentina, and how effectively do you think you've used the last 6 or 7 months yourself?
It was actually really bad in Argentina. We've been in a really long lockdown. We've been more than 3 months without sailing. At the end, we managed to get a permission for all the Olympic athletes that we were already qualified for Tokyo to train, but still we were alone in Argentina, so it was not a good option for us. So the first fight was getting this permission. The second fight was trying to get to Europe as soon as we could, and that was the 5th of July. So we've been training here in Europe since that day, and as always trying to do the best that we could with the tools that we had. So now we are really happy that and we feel really thankful that we could come here on July, and we've been training really hard, really focused on our main goal, that is the Olympic Games.
How relevant is the competition here to the competition you're expecting to have at Enoshima next year?
Sorry?
How relevant? So is it? This is very different kind of sailing here, isn't it? So is it still important preparation for the Olympics?
I think every regatta is important. You have to set your goals in every regatta in a different way depending on which part of the process you are. In our team we have our great Santi Lange that is really an expertise in setting goals and in planning all our campaign. So I'm always learning something new. I sail with him since 2014, but I'm always learning more and more about how to set up my mind for every regatta. And we are far away from the Olympic Games, but this European Championship and Kiel were also really important to know where are we in this moment, if we have done the job correctly during the trainings, and start setting the new goals for the winter sessions.
Santiago, you said that Santiago had helped you to set up your mind correctly. So going back to who you were in 2014 and who you are today in 2020, give us one example of how you've changed as a person, either mentally or any other way.
I think the most important is to understand how to be a really professional sailor, to get some tools, because you need much more than motivation, much more than being a hard worker, much more than sailing many hours. You need to understand where to put the hours, where to invest your time, and I started learning about that things when I started with Santi. Of course, I don't regret about what I did in my past, and I think I did the best I could. But now I feel I have much more tools in that sense, and if I would have to plan my own campaign without being with Santi, I feel much more ready and much more prepared. So I am really happy I am really happy on how I grew in all these years beside him.
And how many more Olympic campaigns do you have in you after Tokyo?
We don't know. We have to see. I have to wait and see. I don't know. I would like to be a mom. I also would like to demonstrate myself that we can do both things. That as women we can be mothers, and we can also have a sailing career or a sport career. It's not easy. We are making the path while walking. But I think one of my desire is to try to continue with my personal life, these personal dreams, and also continue sailing, because of course sailing is my life. I love sailing. I love being out there. So yeah, I have to see how I manage to do all that I want to do, and I hope to be in more Olympic Games and also in professional sailing.
Well, I'm sure you will with all the drive that you've got and the determination you've got, which you've needed to get through your visa adventure. I'm glad that it seems like there's light at the end of that tunnel. And if you sailed that well yesterday on day one of the Europeans, then I think you're well set up for the rest of the week. I wish you the best of luck here in Lake Attersee.
Hopefully, we will need that luck. This is a difficult place, and we will need to keep focus all day rather.
That is true enough. You're going to need to ride your luck here. But anyway, I know that you'll find it. Where there's luck to be found, you and Santiago Lange will find it.
Hopefully.
Thank you.